Hi folks, this is Jay. Hope you're okay today. Just want to share with you what's been happening today. Had a big shipment of tracks in today, a big container full of stuff, so that was encouraging. Phenomenal amount of tracks. The American Missionary Societies have been really encouraging, so that's been tremendous. That's been a great encouragement to me. So I have literally thousands upon thousands of booklets, tracks, etc. So God has supplied everything there, so that's encouraging. Today I had a day out today. I went to a restaurant and had a meal with crispy beef for starters, with noodles, and then for the main course I had duck pizza with duck sauce and spring onions, and it was really nice. Then I went to a bookshop and bought some second-hand books. So I bought these books which I've been reading today. I've been reading this today. It's the Oxford History of Greece and the Hellenistic World, and been reading the first chapter. It's a very good book, and there's a number of scholars in there. Two reasons why I like this book. One is because of historical Jesus studies. I want to read more and more about ancient antiquity, and so that's one reason. The second reason, what I like about this is it has a multidisciplinary approach. It looks at the philosophy of the Greeks, the poetry of the Greeks, the architecture of the Greeks, the drama of the Greeks, the historians of the Greeks, the religion of the Greeks, the art of the Greeks, and it's disciplined in using a variety of disciplines to analyse Greek culture. And Francis Schaeffer, sorry about that, somebody there, that's the Global Atheist there. That's the Global Atheist, just sent me a message. I'll write to him in a second. Anyhow, Francis Schaeffer believed in looking at subjects from a multidisciplinary perspective, so that's why I like this book. That's why I got it, because it does that kind of style, so I like that. Then I got this book, Colin Wells, History of Ancient World. Again, wanted to look at the Roman Empire from like 40 BC to 200 AD. Again, because I'm interested in historical Jesus studies, and what I like this is he spends a whole chapter on sources, which I thought would be interesting. So, and then I got this book as well, Freedom's Orator, Robert Cohen. Really good book, and he's a hero of mine. Robert Cohen, Mario Savio, in the free speech movement at Berkeley. He's a hero of mine, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. If you go on Atheist Examine blog, you'll see a picture of him on my last blog post. So I mean, he means a lot to me, this guy. In terms of reading, I've been reading this book. And I'm about page 148, and I'm on Josephus, and basically it's a book about historians, the history of histories, looking at Greek, Roman historians, etc. And really is an interesting book, but I've been disappointed. I think that the guy's not a brilliant writer. I think it's a bit wooden, the style. I think it just, I could get more out of studying myself than what this guy's doing, but at least what it's doing, it's just opening my eyes about different historians that I need to read. I like to read Livy's History of Rome, I think it is. It's about 1,000 pages, so that's on my list. Herodotus is on my list. A few other ancient Greek and Roman historians are on my list to read in the next few months ahead. And also I want to read more of Josephus. I want to read his histories again, and I want to read Against Apion or someone like that, and other works that he wrote. So at least if I think the thing that I've learned reading this is that every historian's biased. Secondly, that every culture has to write about its own history and tries to do that in order to, for various genders that the present culture has in writing about its history. And thirdly, that that's a global aviist. I'll just so I'll just type that through. So yeah, so every historian's biased. Doesn't mean to say we can't know facts, but that's just a fact. Every history that has ever been written, whatever that is, I think, will have been written by the present day culture to understand itself, and the present day culture will have an agenda, whatever that agenda is. Whatever that agenda is. So sorry about that. And then thirdly, language and history. Language is connected to history, and I don't think people have thought a lot about that. That hermeneutics and language and how we use language and what's the purpose of language and how that relates to history, that is something that came out reading about Livy, reading about Herodotus. The language that we use to critique our opponents in history, to say what we admire about people in history, all the kind of language that we use is an interpretation of events, and so you can't get pure facts without interpretation. And how the two relate to each other and what the philosophical and historical implications of that, I'm excited to dig deeper and think about even more. So, but I'm disappointed with this book because I was really looking forward to it, but it looks like I'm going to have to go and just dive into the primary sources and stuff. So, but it served a purpose in pointing me in the right direction. So that's where I'm at really. So yeah, like today I've had a great day today, just been relaxing. So when I've been to the bookshop, I went to, there's a lake near where I live, a little bit of a lake and a river, and I just went and walked down there and just sat on a bench, and the sun was glittering on the lake and it was just beautiful, it was relaxing, and I just really enjoyed it. I've got a few plans in about 2 or 3 weeks time, which I'd like to tell you about what's going to happen, and there are other things coming in the future, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, it's just been a relaxing day today, and that's all I have to say really. Like I said, I got a big shipment of tracks today, which was astounding. The guys, my team that I work with, or the team that we work with, the guys are doing fine in Manchester. They're doing okay, and I'll be joining them in a week or two. So yeah, it's nice to see the archive channel actually putting all the videos that I do on. Like this archive channel that I do not agree with, but they have today put every video that I've made today on, rather than just taking one or two that they want to put on. So I'm glad about that. And that's all really. I'm just happy and at peace, and just love to everybody out there. And I watched the match yesterday with a friend, evangelist friend of mine. We watched England play, yesterday, and it was a good match. I really enjoyed it. I thought England played really well. I liked the younger players with the vigour and the passion that they had. So yeah, I watched that with my evangelist friend. And yesterday evening I did a really good video with a friend of mine from seminary on Christ and culture, and it's on Lollard preachers, and it's really good discussion. He gives a Bible study first, and then we go into, I give a lecture. It cuts out before I could give all the footnotes, but I had a lot of footnotes. But anyway, I give the lecture, and then my friend just butted in and gave his thoughts, and it was a good dialogue and discussion. So it's Christ and culture, and it's on Lollard preachers. So look out for that. Okay. So love to everybody out there. God bless you all, and have a lovely summer. And so I'm just relaxing for the next few weeks now, even though I've made a few videos. But I will be coming back in a few weeks' time, hopefully on one or two shows, 80s shows, and I'll be doing a lot more preaching. I'll be preaching the Bible more. That's what I'll be doing. I won't be attacking atheism, or I'll just either do apologetics, or I'll be preaching the gospel. So I'll be doing that when I come back. So that's where we're at. So thanks for listening, and take care, and God bless you. Love to everybody out there. Take care.